Later that day in Pahoa, a crowd gathered at the Akibono Theater for a Puna Pono Alliance meeting. The organization has been busy over the past year fighting the further development of geothermal in the area. One hot topic was the occurrence on March 13th, when Puna Geothermal Venture tripped offline following a Helco power outage, which led to a steam release through their emergency steam release system. Plant officials were on hand to explain what happened.
In my observation, I've been there several years, that was one of the best responses that our plant personnel responded to in a situation like that. I don't recall any time for many, many years where we've been at full power and losing both transmission lines. We've gone through the ESRF for very short periods of time, but not at full 38 megawatts. This was maximum flow rate, which the system is designed to handle.
Also in attendance, the county's Civil Defense Administrator, Daryl Oliveira, who surprised the crowd with his report on hydrogen sulfide readings collected by his department in the neighborhood surrounding the plant that day.
It did indicate that they had two readings, one of a 1 part per million and one of a 3 part per million, at least on Pohiki Road in the subdivision. Other than that, their readings were showing 0 on the monitors. Sorry, parts per million, thank you. Per million, correct. And that's the devices that our hazmat team has. Correct, yes sir. The readings that they picked up were very short-lived. I want to say less than a minute from what they were saying. As they would pull up to a site, they would monitor and for the most part getting 0 readings, but on those 2 specific readings, the presence or the levels remained for less than a minute, and they proceeded to continue monitoring the rest of the subdivision. We did, like I said, get some calls from citizens as far away as Kahena, continuing to report the odor in the area. And for the most part, again, the units were just continuing the monitoring until basically we weren't seeing any readings at all.
Residents had a chance to ask questions.
All this money from mitigation that could have been used to set up a robocall, to do independent monitoring, has sat there for decades now. Now I heard you champion redundancy, and it is the hallmark of safety. And I want to know if you or your company has any objection to those monies being used for monitors that we all can access.
We have no objection to use that money for monitoring and any other studies or redundancies.
Excellent. I hope that you would make that suggestion to our county council.
What was your name again? John?
My name is John Bryant,
okay.
And I've got 2 little girls, a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I am very concerned.
Okay, just to be clear, PGV and ORMAT, we should not have no say on what the county does with that money.
Also, speakers lamented the failure of House Bill 106, which would have repealed Act 97, the state law passed last year that eliminated geothermal subzones and county oversight of development.
And I'm very sorry that we were not successful. I make no bones about it. I left that legislature very saddened and was asked by a reporter what I felt about it. And I said, this is one of the saddest days of my life in regards to government.
Well, what happened is it came down to a little power struggle at the end, and myself and an adversary fought each other to a draw, I think. And you know, the good bill that we wanted didn't pass, but the bad bill that we were really dead set against also didn't pass. So it's an unfortunate situation that, you know, majority of the people there actually wanted this bill, but we couldn't get past the power structure the way it's.
We didn't get the bill that we wanted, but what we did do was we took geothermal out of the closet. And it's, you know, geothermal is not in the back room anymore. Everybody over there knows about it, and they all know about enhanced geothermal systems, which is fracking. And a lot of people denying, no, we don't want to frack. Don't believe that for a minute.